The rapid rise of anxiety and emotional instability among children is not treated here as a moral panic or a nostalgic complaint about new technology. The core claim is more structural. Childhood environments were redesigned faster than human development can adapt. When that happens, predictable psychological consequences follow. The key shift is not simply more screen time, but a change in the architecture of childhood. Physical play-based childhood gradually gave way to a phone-centered model of social life. In the earlier model, children learned independence, emotional regulation, and social competence through direct interaction. In the newer model, social experience is mediated by devices that are constant, public, and optimized for attention. This change matters because development depends on gradual exposure to manageable challenges. Risk, autonomy, boredom, and unstructured interaction are not side effects of childhood, but essential inputs. When these inputs disappear, children do not become safer or calmer. They become more fragile and more anxious. The dominant response to rising youth distress has focused on individual coping strategies. Teach children resilience, mindfulness, or digital self-control. This approach misunderstands the scale of the problem. The issue is not a lack of skills, but an environment that overwhelms developing brains. Expecting children to regulate themselves inside systems designed to bypass self-regulation is unrealistic. A different framework is proposed. Instead of asking children to adapt endlessly, the environment itself must change. Childhood should be treated as a protected developmental phase with clear boundaries, rather than an open market for engagement-driven technologies. One practical implication is timing. Early adolescence is a sensitive period for identity formation, social comparison, and emotional regulation. Delaying exposure to smartphones and social media reduces pressure during this phase. This is not about banning technology indefinitely, but about aligning access with developmental readiness. Another implication concerns play. Free, unstructured play is not optional enrichment, but a core developmental need. Restoring time and space for physical peer interaction supports resilience in ways that structured activities and digital substitutes cannot. Risk in small doses builds competence, while total risk elimination produces long-term vulnerability. The analysis also reframes parental responsibility. The problem cannot be solved by isolated families acting alone. When social life is digitally mediated, opting out carries social costs. This creates a coordination problem where everyone feels trapped, even when they recognize the harm. Shared norms reduce this burden by making boundaries collective rather than individual. Institutions matter. Schools, communities, and policy frameworks shape defaults. Clear rules about device use, age-appropriate access, and platform responsibility reduce reliance on constant negotiation at the family level. Structural solutions outperform individual willpower. The broader insight is not anti-technology. It is about developmental fit. Tools designed for adults do not automatically suit children. Progress is not neutral when it ignores biological and psychological constraints. The question is not whether technology will exist, but how and when it enters childhood. The rise in anxiety is therefore not a mystery or a failure of character. It is feedback. When feedback is clear, the rational response is redesign. Childhood does not need optimization. It needs conditions that allow human development to unfold at a sustainable pace.